Good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well. It is September 23rd. And I'm back with your daily reading, your daily wisdom shot. Even though I just put one out late last night, I really enjoy doing these, so I'm back to do this morning. I hope you guys are doing okay. I have had a rough couple days, and again, I'm not really sure if it's because of the stressful nature of doing the hurricane rescue mission this past week, or if it's all the energy stuff going on, if it's just like a cycle for me personally that is ending or really coming full circle. A lot of emotional release for me, a lot of, I guess, confronting of the ways in which I limit myself and therefore attract individuals into my life. Because my life is so centered around my professional life, a lot of times it's attracting them into my business that trigger me in a certain way. And I don't actually view these things as negative. I view them as a necessary part of everyone in your life mirroring back to you the places in which you need healing, or you need to dig up some ancestral or past life or karmic issue that is going to, in the end, make your life better. So while I might be kind of uncomfortable at the moment, I look at it as a way of my higher self and the universe showing me the places in which I need to change or heal something, etc. So I would like to encourage you guys to look at it from that perspective, because it, in that way, it does not bring in fear, or at least it should not bring in fear. And the situation is basically the same no matter how you look at it. You can either choose to also attract in negative energy by fearing that something terrible is happening, or you can choose to attract in the energy of healing and the energy of release and the energy of ascension by looking at it from a more positive, holistic perspective. In any case, I mention that because our reading today is in 3 columns. I lay it out, and sometimes I feel like it's past, present, future, and I'm kind of getting that feeling today, like recent past, present, and very near future, because the scope of these readings is within, essentially within a day, but it usually overlaps to maybe include up to a week. So our first column is the Hanged Man with the Tower, with Archangel Uriel. And I really feel like this is talking about the ways in which we need to cut ourselves down. I'm just hearing cut it down. Like we have, and this is going to be rather graphic sounding, but it's like we hung it to death. There's no more need to wait or hold on to some of the situations or individuals in our lives, or energies in our lives. I think that might be the most important thing. Like the individuals and situations in your life are mirroring the energies that you're holding within your body, whether that be those be from childhood or past lives or other situations that have transpired in your lifetime. When you're holding on energies of resentment or anger or distrust, you're going to continue to attract situations that mirror that out to you, so that you continue to have to look at it so that you can release it. That's my worldview. So if you don't agree, then that's fine. But for me, I have found that this is an extremely effective way of looking at it, because it gives you the ability to be in control of the situation. And control is its own issue, but in this sense, we really are in control of our own lives. Like we create our realities, and in this way we create our realities. So if we are willing to then cut it down, stop hanging, allow the dead to be dead, and release the old baggage, then these tower moments become less and less frequent. They become less and less intense because we're not holding the energy that attracts those towers. And the tower, if you're not familiar with tarot, is really those abrupt changes, those huge life changes, oftentimes accompanied by things falling apart or falling down. Like the foundation is usually rocked when the tower appears. This can also be an intense healing or a sudden event, which can be both positive or negative. And usually in the end, it really is positive, even if it feels negative at first. So I actually like the Tower card when it shows up because that tells me that things are all changing. And to me, change is growth and change is positive. So we're being asked to cut it down and accept this change that we've been resisting, we've been hanging on to, and we've like not really been willing to step into the new. So the towers happened. We have to accept it. And I feel like I've said this a number of times, like if you don't make the shift, you will be shifted. And I think the reason that keeps coming up is it's like there are different phases of that actually happening. And we're in yet another phase of that taking place. Like we are moving forward step by step. And the reality remains the same, that, you know, we are not going to be able to continue to hold on to these old limiting beliefs. Our foundations are going to be rocked, and we are stepping into a new age and a new time for ourselves. And that has just happened. Like this is the recent past. So in the last couple days, you may have had tower moments or moments of really intense healing, or really having to face your demons, or really having to face your situation, which is not in your highest and best good. And you're being asked to and forced to cut it down, cut it out, change your way of behaving, change your way of perceiving, change your way of thinking, which is pulling in the energies that are uncomfortable for us now because we've changed. We're no longer the people we were just 9 months ago, or 2 months ago, or a year ago. And all of those things are probably true because, again, we're hitting these tower moments in phases so that we are being shifted gradually into this new way of being. I have to take a drink, hold on. I think my allergies are killing me, so I'm sorry. I'm extra nasally today. I always feel like I sound nasally on these recordings, and it's just like extra bad today, so I apologize. Anyway, the oracle card is Archangel Uriel, and it says your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. And this is exactly what I'm saying. We're going through these healing moments, and we're asked to release the unforgiveness and the anger and the resentments because those are holding us back. Those are like the dead bodies we're dragging around. Sorry to be so gross, but that's like how it's coming to me. It's like we're walking around dragging these dead bodies behind us. And it's really time to cut it loose. So do it. In the present, I had the Queen of Earth with the King of Fire. And the oracle card is Freya, bold. So my general feeling about this, and of course it's in the present, it's in the middle column, is that we are allowing our higher selves to really come into our physical world. We're merging and marrying our spiritual self with our physical self. And that's a huge part of the shifts that we're making right now. That's also what's possible once you cut away this incredibly dense crap that we are dragging around behind us. This creates the space that you can bring in your spiritual mastery, your higher self, that part of you which is not burdened by the physical world, into your physical vessel. Because that is what we're doing here on this planet. You're here to accomplish a mission or a goal inside the physical realm. So it's not about denying your physical body. It's about bringing the spiritual into the physical and marrying those two. The same way as it's about bringing your masculine half in with your feminine half and marrying those two so that you are complete and whole within yourself, and therefore can attract someone else or other things that are either in your highest and best good or are also complete and whole within themselves, and therefore creating this this highest marriage of opposites. I know that sounds weird, but that's like what we're creating within ourselves so that we can also reflect that outwardly and attract that in outwardly. And that really is all the balance that I'm talking about. This can also be, this might resonate for a few of you as to specific people. Queen of Earth could be an earth sign. It could be an earth sign female. It could be a dark complected or a woman with dark hair. It could also be a male holding the feminine energy. And the King of Fire could be a fire sign person. It could be also a male with light or red hair, or very light or reddish complected. So that could be someone who is either Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, sun sign or rising, and the Queen of Earth could be someone who is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or any of those rising. I'm Virgo rising, even though I'm Cancer sun. I'm Virgo rising, so sometimes Queen of Earth comes up for me. And so that could be an additional message for some of you. The oracle card that goes with that is Freya Bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. So that may be a situation in which, you need to either tap into that Queen of Earth part of you, that grounded, centered, abundant part of you, creating abundance, in order to step into your boldness, or your King of Fire part of you, the part of you that is mastering your spiritual self, or becoming a spiritual master and making those bold moves, boldly bringing your higher self into your physical body and allowing yourself to be driven by that higher spiritual knowing, because that is bold. That is a bold move in this world where everything is, not everything, but a large percentage of humanity is not doing that right now, and that's about to change, or is in the process of changing. It also might, again, be an additional message for people, for this Queen of Earth or this King of Fire, if they're representing actual people, to make a bold move, to step forward, and inhabit your true self and express your true self, and make your intentions known. And I say intentions because we're going to talk about intentions in just a second. But for the majority of us, I feel like this is really about, again, bringing that spiritual mastery into the physical plane, and living your life from that perspective, in which case you're not going to have as many of these tower moments, or these, you've cut loose those dead bodies you're dragging around. This is a really important place of self-actualization and self-realization and empowerment. That's the word I'm looking for. Becoming empowered within yourself, by yourself. No outside force is necessary. It is all about your spiritual power grounded in your physical, actual self. In the near future, I have the star with the Ace of Earth. And in some ways, this mirrors these last columns. I feel like this is about setting our intentions now. I always talk about intentions around the time of the new or full moon, especially the new moon, but we are about to step into a full moon. And you can see the moon and the star in this card. This is one of my favorite cards, honestly, in this deck. I think this deck is beautiful. But so to me, this is setting our intentions so that they can ground into the physical plane, so that we can create the new beginning that we need right now and grounding it into the physical. Again, marrying that energetic intention that we put out there with the actualization in the physical plane, because these things are equally as real. It's bringing the thought form into the physical form. All of these things, these are real things. It's not like whatever you're thinking and intending, you may or may not put the force of a ritual or something behind it, but when you think it, when you feel it, you're creating energy, you're creating reality. And so that is A, going to start manifesting much faster. B, you are in this way taking control of what you want to create in your life and offering it up to the universe so that it comes back to you through the physical world. It's like these things are the same. Like this new beginning is based on, is a reaction to, or is the result of these intentions that we set, the healing that we allow to occur. And this time is all about the healing that we're allowing to occur by releasing and cutting away the dead and allowing the grounding of the spiritual self in the earth plane. The oracle card is Diana, focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So there's no need to even worry about whether your intentions are going to manifest. If you keep your intention focused, then it will. I mean, when you believe it, you receive it, right? So that's what's happening right now. We're entering into this fall equinox period where everything manifests very quickly, not only because, at this point in our lives, we've really shed a lot of the heavy, dense stuff. So we're really working on a higher vibration, which therefore obviously moves quicker and manifests faster. But it's also the time of year where the veil is very thin. And the veil, honestly, to me, the veil is an illusion. The veil is a matrix construct. It's not real. We perceive it to be separate, but that's because we're so grounded and into the 3D physical world. In this way, we can really see how the energetic world, the spiritual world, is very real also. We're grounding it into our physical. We're merging the two. And that's important for right now. That applies to your everyday life. That applies to your intentions about abundance, your job, your achievements. It applies to your intentions about your relationships and how those go and how those manifest and how those develop. And it applies to any intentions you have for yourself, like hopping timelines even. Moving from being stuck in one particular timeline where you feel like you are not attracting the things to you that you want, and immediately hopping another timeline to where you are indeed on a lot higher vibration and a higher timeline, attracting the things to you that match that timeline and match those vibrations. That is 100% possible, and that is 100% the reflection of reality if you accept that as your reality. So believe me when I say I have done it many times. It's nothing special that I do. We all have this capability. And so the bottom of the deck card here is the messenger of earth. This is us accepting this new reality, accepting this new way of grounding into the physical. And that things are different now. Things have changed. Our physical worlds are not as dense as they used to be. They're on a much higher timeline if we accept that. If we leave that as our intention, if we believe that that is how the physical world is now to manifest itself, then it will be. Okay? So this is a really powerful time. Don't dismiss this. I think that a lot of us have been waiting for a time when we really feel like we are moving forward in a more authentic and speedy way. And that's what happens when you have dropped your baggage and you're coming into your higher vibration. All of these things begin to ground into the physical in a much easier way. So we're there. Do it. Accept it. Believe it. It's happening. Okay? I hope that this is helpful for you. And please like, comment, share, subscribe. I really appreciate all of your subscribes. I have more than doubled my subscriptions in the last couple weeks. So thank you. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.